The situation in West Asia seemed to be nowhere close to a truce. Iran has launched a full-fledged attack at a US base in Qatar. This was in retaliation for American strikes on its key nuclear facilities. Trump claims there were 14 missiles fired at its Qatari base, out of which 13 were knocked down by air defense systems, and one was set free as it headed in a non-threatening direction. He added that Iran had given an early notice of the strikes. Hence, no deaths or injuries have been reported. The US also said its base reported no substantial damage, and residents of Doha, the capital of Qatar, saw missiles and defense systems in action, and a flurry of videos were posted on social media. In a statement, Iran's National Security Council said the number of missiles used was the same as the number of bombs that the US had used. It was a signal that Iran had calibrated its response to be directly proportional. Iran's Security Council also said the action does not pose any threat to Qatar. The flashpoint on Monday was America's Al-Udeid base in Qatar. Located in a desert outside Doha, it is the largest US military facility in West Asia and the main base of US Central Command, also called the CENTCOM. Now, the CENTCOM oversees military operations in the region. It houses around 10,000 US troops at any time and hosts a range of military equipment. This includes refueling planes, large cargo aircraft like the C-17 Globemaster RS, C-130 Hercules, and a surveillance aircraft. Missile defense systems like the Patriot system and advanced radar to help detect missiles are also installed at the base, which was seen in action during the Iranian attack. After the attack on the US base, Iran's supreme leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei posted an image of a burning US flag from his official X account, adding that Iran won't accept any harassment from anyone. Iran's Revolutionary Guards promised that the United States would regret any further attacks on Iran. Meanwhile, Iran's Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi said the country is ready to retaliate to any new attack by the United States. Now, Qatar condemned the Iranian attack and said it reserves the right to respond directly in a manner equivalent with nature and scale of the brazen aggression.
The state of Qatar condemns in the strongest terms the Iranian missile attack on the Qatari Al-Udeid air base. This attack represents a flagrant violation of Qatar's sovereignty and contravenes the principles of good neighborliness, and an assault on international legitimacy and international law. The state of Qatar affirms that it reserves the right to respond in accordance with international law and in proportion to the nature and scale of this attack.
Qatar had announced a temporary closure of its airspace. After the attack, Qatar said the security situation in the country was stable and that there is no cause of concern. In fact, foreign embassies, including that of the United States, want their citizens to shelter in place. Iranian state media showed videos from central Tehran where people had gathered to celebrate the attack on US base. People were seen waving Iranian flags and chanting "Death to America." Just as Iran announced new attacks, warplanes buzzed over the Iranian capital and a series of powerful explosions reportedly rocked the north and center of Tehran. These blasts came after Israeli army called for residents of an area in Tehran to evacuate, releasing a map showing an evacuation zone covering part of District 7. These blasts occurred just hours before a staggered ceasefire was due to take effect, which was announced by US President Donald Trump. Iran also called on residents of Israeli city of Ramat Gan, east of Tel Aviv, to evacuate. Israeli military said it was working to intercept Iranian missiles as sirens sounded in several areas across the country. At least 3 people were reportedly dead in Israel's Beersheba, as it reported a 4th wave of Iranian missiles. Now, the escalation between Iran, Israel, and the United States puts whole of West Asia at a pinnacle of calm or conflict. Remains to be seen.
Firstpost now available in 9 languages on YouTube. English,
Stands at $36 trillion.
French,
Le FMI, comme
German,
Geschäftsführenden Direktor
Hindi,
$30 trillion ka karjo.
Indonesian,
Pemerintah tanpa pemeriksaan.
Italian,
Sekali radikali. Stop.
Japanese,
$4 trilhões以上mo.
Portuguese,
por causa do próprio balanço patrimonial.
Spanish.
Beautiful bill.
Go to Settings, click on Audio Track and select a language of your choice. Be the first to know what's happening around you in your first language. Firstpost.